Look, new neighbors.
Wow.
What do we got?
Is that a fraternity? We have to go over there. We've got to be cool.
And we say, by the way, keep it down.
Well, we won't say it like that. Just like, keep it down.
What are you doing with this?
Keep it down.
Just don't, we've overworked it.
All right, well, let's move on now to May 9th and the R-rated comedy Neighbors, which stars Seth Rogen from Superbad and Knocked Up, and Zac Efron from High School Musical and Hairspray. Rogen is a new dad, Efron is the president of a rowdy fraternity, and the two don't enjoy living next to one another, so an all-out war ensues between them, each attempting to drive the other household away. Fox, I know you didn't get to screen this at South by Southwest, but many others did. What is the general buzz surrounding this movie?
Lauren, the general buzz is very, very positive, which I'm surprised to say. I took away 3 things from my colleagues. First, that if you can buy into the premise, understand that most of the best jokes are not in the trailers. And so they've done a good job with the marketing and hopefully just banking on the successful career that Rogen has had to date. The second thing is that if you've enjoyed The Office, where Jim Halpert used to constantly prank Dwight, imagine this film as a series of pranks that escalate, except you have a slightly more mature Jim Halpert and a slightly less mature Jim Halpert against each other. And so the pranks just keep going further and further. The final thing that I heard is that this has an unusually kind of semi-sweet core to it, very much in the vein of the earlier Seth Rogen films like Knocked Up, like 40-Year-Old Virgin, that had just that cute little moment to it that made it a little bit endearing. So for all those reasons, I think it's going to do very well with the critics. I'm going to go 81%, and I think it's going to do very well at the box office, $25 million, which would be very respectful for this kind of movie.
All right, Chris?
Yeah, that really would be. And I have been surprised, like you're saying, Fox, about the positive reception this has gotten from critics. The trailer didn't really appeal to me a ton. I think particularly some of the jokes, like the repeated ejector seat thing, were just a little ridiculous. Right. But I'm willing to go with some of those early indications that there could be, like you're saying, a strong heart, a strong core to this. So I'm with you. I'm saying 75%, a little bit under you on the Rotten Tomatoes score, and $30 million. This is going to cut across demographics, parents, college kids. I think a lot of people are going to show up and see this.
I agree.
Jill?
I've been won over, I think, by what people have said, because I would agree that the trailer maybe didn't show the best side of this movie, but everyone who's seen it says that it's really good. And Seth Rogen has maybe not a completely consistent history, but the movies that he's done that are good, they're very good, and I've enjoyed them. So if we can put that into that category, this is going to be with that, they're going to do well. I was probably the most optimistic of the crew. Evidently, that's going to be my MO this month. I went 89% and $30 million.
But on the whole, a much closer grouping than we've seen for any movie so far in
That's
May.
true.
So,
so
good
pay
job,
attention
guys.
to that.
What do you got there, sweetie? Is that a balloon?
That's not a balloon!
Oh, Jesus!
Her mouth is going to be a little bit numb from the lubricant. Other than that, you guys are free to go. Do you guys want the condom to take with you? I don't know if you still want to use it.